the quantity demanded for X. It may be linear, it may be non-linear. It may be power function, it may be rectangular, hyperbola, so and so. And in normal situation, what I said earlier also, normal goods. Normal goods are those goods whose demand increase along with increase in income. But there may be some exception, like inferior good and so and so. And in general, the relationship of demand and price is negative. Negative means when price increase, demand decrease. When price decrease, demand increase. Because people try to purchase more when price of a particular commodity decrease. Because requirement of people is usually much higher, but because of limitedness of income, earlier also I said, limitedness of resource, many a times you are not in a position to fulfill all of your requirements. Maybe in terms of one commodity, in terms of volume, or maybe in the context of number of commodities, which you may not purchase right now, but when money is available, immediately you will try to purchase those commodities. And in the context of a single commodity, sufficient quantity you may not be in a position to purchase, but when money will be available, I'm starting the recording. But when you will have resource, immediately you will start purchasing the required quantity. Now there are, although in general it is negatively slow, there are few exceptions. There are few exceptions to the law of demand. Now what are those exceptions? That I want to discuss. Exception to the law of demand. Okay. There are few exceptions. First one is given good. First exception is given good. In case of given goods, law of demand is not, say, applicable. You can say it is not applicable. It is not valid actually. I believe you can hear me as well as you are seeing the whiteboard. In case you face any problem, immediately let me know. Now, what is Giffen good actually? Sir Robert Giffen, a British economist, he was doing work on this relationship between your price and quantity demanded. Now, what is happening in given good? Given good doesn't mean any specific good. I'm explaining what is given good actually. Given good doesn't mean any specific goods. It may be any commodity consumed by poor household and that constitute a major portion of their income. Given good doesn't mean any specific commodity. It may be any essential commodity consumed by poor household and that constitute
Not sure.
Hello. So, as I said earlier also, if you do not have any question, please keep your system in mute. Given good doesn't mean any specific commodity. It may be any essential commodity consumed by poor household and that constitute consume a major portion of their income. Suppose think about a poor household. Think about a poor household. Maybe the family of a daily wage labor. There are say 5 dependent in that house. Only the head of the household, he or she is working. The person is getting maybe 2 to 3 days work in a week. Not every day he or she is getting a job. So situation is like that. And they are getting it, suppose unskilled labor, so minimum wage they are getting it only. So weekly income of that family is very, very less. Suppose for this 5-member family, their requirement of weekly rice, weekly demand I'm talking about, is suppose 15 kg, 15 kg rice they are consuming each and every week, 15 kg. And suppose the combination is, it's a hypothetical example, combination is something like that. Suppose the family is purchasing 10 kg of rice, 10 kg of rice at the rate of say 20 rupee per kg, 20 rupee per kg. So here they are spending 200 rupee and 5 kg of good quality rice at the rate of say 40 rupee. Here they are spending another 200. Okay. They are spending another 200. So this is your 400 is their weekly budget they are spending after rice, and their weekly requirement is 15 kg. Weekly requirement is, this is suppose weekly demand 15 kg, and they are spending, to get this one they are spending 400 rupee, and their spending pattern is like 10 kg of poor quality rice and 5 kg of good quality rice. This is their requirement they are doing it, because along with 400 they are having some other requirement also, so that they are meeting it by that other portion of that budget. Okay. And I give that example of rice because it is an essential commodity. So what I mean at the beginning, given good doesn't mean any specific commodity. It may be any essential commodity. So as I'm considering here rice, hypothetical case. So it is an exceptional, it is an essential commodity, coming under essential commodities, because the family is mostly consuming rice. Even in rural area, you may find it, people are consuming. So it may be any essential commodity consumed by poor household. Already I give that example that family is getting sometime only work, not regularly getting a work, and that they consume a major portion of their income. 400 they are spending. Weekly they might be earning maybe 900 rupees. As what I said, maybe 2 to 3 days work weekly they are getting it. Per day 300 rupees they earn, suppose. So their weekly income is 900. Out of 900, 400 they are spending, means close to close to 50%, little bit less, around 45% they are spending only after rice. So that consume a major portion of their income. This is happening in that way. Suppose these are all hypothetical cases. Now what happened? Next case, next situation, what happened? This price of poor quality rice increased from 20 to say 22 rupees, suppose. His price increase from 20 to 22, hypothetical case. What will happen? How it is going to impact, how it is going to make a change in their consumption pattern and so and so. Quickly, if you like to respond quickly, otherwise I will answer. How much? Roughly, how much roughly? Because budget is 400, remember. This is more or less fixed, 400. They have to manage the show by 400 rupee. Behind the scene, that is the case, because what I said, all other things are at certain level, only poor quality rice price increased from 20 to 22 rupee. It may come in some fraction, but you can ignore it also, but you can tell me maybe in round value, maybe, if you like, roughly. Or you may be having a different answer also. I hope you understand the question, my question. My question is, all other things are at certain level. Price of poor quality rice increased from 20 to 22. Consumer's total budget for rice is 400. His income and other things.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, if we buy the good quality rice 3 kg and consider 12 kg of poor quality, it comes around 384 rupees in total.
Really. So it may be, if you, I'm not sure, I didn't think about this one, but instead of 3 kg, you say 3 kg. If I make it say 3.5 kg, and here it is suppose 11.5 kg. 11.5, what will be the value approximate? New situation, if I purchase 11.5 kg of poor quality rice at the rate of 22 rupee, so 11.5 into 22, what will be the value? $11.5 into 22, 253. 253 is this one, and 3.5 into 40 equal to, sorry, 3.5 into 40, 140. So here it is 253, it is 140. Okay, so it is around 393. In you say this calculation is around 394 or 393. This is much more closer to 400. So you may get some fraction, as I say, or it may be even 4 kg and 11 kg also. It may be around 400 something. It may come in fraction, but issue is not that one. If I give you get a round value also, that is not the issue. Issue here is something different. Now think about this example with what is happening. Initially, when price was 20 rupee, you purchased 10 kg. When price increased to 22 rupee, you purchase 11.5. Instead of 10 kg, you purchase 11.5 kg. When price was at 20 rupee, you purchase 20 kg. Sorry, 10 kg. When price was 20 rupee, you purchase 10 kg. When price is 22 rupee, you are purchasing 11.5 kg. Price is 22, you are purchasing. Price increase, you are purchasing more. When price was less, you are purchasing only 10 kg. When price is increased, you are purchasing more. Is it not a violation of your law of demand? You see here. What law of demand says? When price increase, quantity demanded decrease. When price decrease, quantity demanded increase. Negatively slow. Okay? But in this case, maybe for a short period, are you not getting a relationship something like this? Like this. This side is Px, this side is suppose Qx. This is your demand curve. Price increase, demand also increase. So this is an exception to the law of demand. As I say, exceptions are exceptions. So these are exception. Sometimes this is happening. But this is a possibility. Yeah, your question. It may be. It may be, but poor family, what I mean to say, that consume a major portion of their income. Even though this may be any essential commodities consumed mostly by poor household, and that consume a major portion of their income. Now, if you are representing something which is doing by middle class family, you can think about that one also. Then also it will be valid. But the case is what I say, because when we are talking about essential commodities and poor families, they are not having any other alternative. They are not having any other alternative, means their options are limited. Because of that, it is much more easier to imagine. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Now your next one is suppose your second exception. So second exception is suppose your, can you give me any example quickly? Two more example I am going to give you. Exception to the law of demand. One is, okay, second one. Suppose, and second exception is your gift item, suppose. Gift item or prestigious item. Sometimes what happen on a particular occasion, say gift item, suppose. Say gift item. Sometimes what happen on a particular occasion, you are giving gift to your maybe friend or maybe your relative, something like that. So when it is a particular occasion only, then you may be less bothered about its price. Okay. So when, or on a special occasion. So I usually give earlier also this example, like on a Saraswati Puja, this coming near. Demand for flower will go up, but that demand will increase only on that particular day. If you go to your market on that particular day, maybe demand may go up. Price is also more. Still, people are maybe purchasing small quantity, but people are purchasing because of puja and other things. So gift item or prestigious or on a special occasion, actually. When on a special occasion you are purchasing it, then what is happening? Although price may go up, still people may purchase. So on that day, if you analyze this market demand, you will mostly find that price is up, demand is also up. Maybe for a short period, it may happen that you may find a positively sloped demand curve. But on other day, even the very next day, you'll find that market will behave as usual. So this is another possibility that it may happen sometime. On a special occasion or for some gift item on a particular day, price may go up, still people are purchasing it. And the third exception may be you are getting it like future expectation of price rise. Future expectation of price rise. What happened, particularly in vegetable market, prices fluctuate thing in nature. Vegetable market, I mean to say here, maybe your onion. This is a good example in Indian context. Often it happened. Even few months back, maybe 2-3 months back, the situation was like that. Onion price was increasing like anything. So regular annual phenomena nowadays. When there is a bad weather, when there is a artificial scarcity, people may do it artificially also. Onion price usually go up. In November, maybe October, November, onion price was increasing like anything. And each and every year this is happening now. Because we do not have sufficient storage capacity, we do not have sufficient stock. Even if sufficient stock is there, when some scarcity is there somewhere, people are or businessmen are having a hoarding tendency, they will just try to exploit the situation. They try to take the advantage of the situation. But anyway, in such a situation, suppose you observe that each and every day, onion price is increasing. Suppose. So it was suppose 30 rupee, then 35, 40, 50. In that way, it is increasing day by day. And people are much more nowadays having much more information nowadays because of your media, newspaper, and XYZ. People are mostly aware nowadays. So they started realizing that, okay, price of this commodity is increasing day by day. So why not I purchase today more quantity? Because if I do not purchase more, after within a week, say onion price may go up to 70 rupee, 80 rupee, or even 100 rupee. So thinking that one, many people usually do it what? They purchase, although price already started increasing, they are purchasing more and more quantity than in normal situation. Sorry. So in this case, what is happening? You are expecting price rise. Because of that, you are purchasing more quantity. Similar to you, even other consumer also started purchasing more quantity. Maybe a different proportion, maybe a different quantity, but each and every consumer started purchasing maybe small quantity, but everyone when starts purchasing more, ultimately market demand will jump like anything. It will go up. So this is again, this may be a exceptional case that when future expectation of price rise, maybe when you are getting a future expectation of price rise. Okay. So this is maybe because maybe for a short period, but here also you may find a similar situation. But remember, these are exceptional. You only in exceptional situation only you may find such kind of cases. Okay. Clear? Do you have any question? How? When price is going up, when price is going up, what will you do? Hmm? Hmm. I didn't think about it, but what happened when price is increasing? When price is increasing, maybe for a short period you can think about, maybe exception. Basic issue is what? You can bring any example. I have given 3 examples. You can bring any example, but you have to establish it. The issue is maybe for a short period, demand curve is not negatively sloped. Demand curve, which the relationship between price and demand, means demand line, you can say, is positively sloped. If it is becoming positively sloped, you can give it. I am giving 3 examples doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself with these 3 examples only. It's not like that. You can bring more example, but make it sure that it is maybe for a short period, it is positively slow. By force, if you try to make it, you will be in trouble. Okay. Any other question? Normal situation, price increase, demand decrease. Which one? This one. Eventually, yes, eventually it is. That I am coming after some time. I'm going to that point. Maybe wait for, actually, what difficulties, not difficulties actually. There are many other points also to discuss in between, because my mind is saying that you should go for discussing this one, because you are also asking this question, or maybe I need to discuss about other factor also, because here we are considering mostly one factor, because short run I am considering, time period is very, very short, and only price of the commodity. But in reality, there may be n number of factors. So, but I was just thinking, but anyway, I will be able to probably cover up some more point maybe later on. Just remember, I am telling you beforehand that in between, if I miss any point means any small point to discuss, then definitely I will cover it in definitely in next class. Okay. But right now I am going to discuss long run, but before going to long run, I am going to explain you some of the more things actually about this demand. What is happening? You should know it, although it is not very essential at this moment, but you should know it. Think about a situation in a market, suppose. So what we got it? Which price relationship we find it negative. Okay. We got a negative relationship. Which price? That demand relationship is. Means what? Suppose market price is 10. So at 10, people are purchasing this much quantity. Suppose this is Q. At 10, when market price is 10, people are purchasing this much quantity. When market price is 20, people are purchasing maybe 20, people are purchasing this much quantity. Suppose this is Q2, this is suppose Q1. When market price is 20, people are purchasing Q1 quantity of X. When market price is 10, people are purchasing, price is less, Q2. Q2 is more than Q1, suppose. So in reality, things are moving in that way. Suppose market price is not even 20, suppose market price is 50. What will happen? I assume the situation that only one consumer is there who is ready to purchase certain quantity, even at 50. 50 is the price, he is ready to pay even 50 is suppose market price. If price increase up to 50, even he is ready to buy. So this is his maximum willingness to pay. he is ready to pay 50 rupee per kg, suppose, hypothetical case. So he is ready to pay even 50 rupee per kg. So he is ready to purchase when price is even at 50 rupee. But similar to others, this is his maximum limit, maximum willingness to pay, you can say, maximum value, you can say, that he is ready to pay. But he is obviously, he will also pay as per that market price. So if market price is less, little bit less, say suppose 45, something like that, along with him, one more person join, that when it is at 45, suppose, another person is ready to purchase. So accordingly, demand increase little bit. When it is further decrease, then third person also join in that league. So in that way, when price is decreasing, because what happened at lower price, people can afford it more, new and new people. And because of that, demand of that commodity will go up. Demand of that commodity may go up because of two reasons. One is, first of all, you should know it. What I said just now, one factor, that is people can afford it because of that new and new people will enter into that market. Enter into that market to purchase. This doesn't mean that I am talking about physical restriction. Means earlier, as price is high, although people are there itself, but they find it is much higher price beyond their limit, they are not purchasing. But when price is less, they feel that, okay, I can afford it. It is within my reach, so I am purchasing. So in that way, new and new people may enter into that your purchasing activity. Okay. Purchasing activity. Now, another issue here is, that is your other component here is, same person, this may happen, new person is entering along with first person. But at the same time, when price is less and less, the same person, suppose, who was ready to pay 50 rupee, who is ready to pay 50 rupee, that is his maximum willingness to pay value. So when price is less, he might be, instead of 1 kg or 1 unit, he might be purchasing more quantity. So because of that also, market quantity demanded may go up. Means at lower price, same individual may purchase more quantity. But at higher price, that individual may purchase less quantity. So it may happen. Because of that also, your, just a minute. Because of that also, your sometime you may find that kind of change. Okay, that possibility is there that market demand may go up. So that is there. In that way, suppose market price is 20 rupee. So at 20 rupee, you will find a person, last person somewhere here, This is the last person, because new and new persons are coming into market and they can afford it. Because of that, it is going on increasing in that way. But last person, you will find it here at 20 rupee, who is ready to pay exactly 20 rupee, and he is getting it at 20 rupee and he purchases. Think about first person. First person ready to pay up to 50 rupee, but he is purchasing only 20 rupee because 20 rupee is the market price. So for first person, is he not realizing a situation of like 30 rupees surplus for him? 30 rupees surplus, or he is saving 30 rupee in the process of purchasing of that commodity, because he is ready to pay maximum 50 rupee, but that is his willingness to pay, but he is actually paying 20 rupee. 20 rupee is the market price. So for him, he is realizing a situation of 30 rupee surplus. because everybody will pay as per market price only by default. So for first person, he's realizing a market surplus of, he's realizing a surplus of 30 rupees. This is called your consumer surplus. So for first person, consumer surplus is 30. Second person, what I said, suppose price is 45. For second person, he is realizing a consumer surplus of 25 rupees. Third person may be 40. So he is realizing a surplus of 20 rupee or something like that. Means he is ready to pay 40 rupee, but everybody is paying as per market price only 20 rupee. Okay, so their consumer surplus is gradually decreasing from 30 initially, then 25, then 20, so and so. It will go on decreasing. It will. What happened? So it will go on decreasing in that way. But a point will come that last person, okay. So it is going on decreasing, but think about the last person who join in that market purchasing activity, because he find that market price of that commodity is only 20 rupee. I can also afford only 20 rupee, means his willingness to pay is exactly 20 rupee. Market price is also 20 rupee. For this last person, consumer surplus is zero. He is purchasing, but for him, consumer surplus is zero. So in that way, if you consider this whole area, this area is actually representing, this shaded area is actually representing all the consumer surplus of all the consumer who are purchasing that active commodity. Beyond that point also, beyond that 20 rupee also, there are few consumer, but they cannot afford it. Because of that, right now they are not purchasing it. They cannot afford. Because of that, right now they are not purchasing that commodity. But so this triangle shape, this particular area, this represents your consumer surplus or consumer surplus. Okay. This indirectly represents the societal welfare. Remember, in any society, when market price is, remember, when market price is not 20 rupee, market price is 10, what will happen? New consumer will join. So ultimately, new consumer will join means ultimately this shaded area, size of that shaded area will go up. Along with that green area, even this area size will increase. Ultimately, what will happen? Consumer surplus will increase when market price is 10. Because more and more consumer can join, they can think about purchasing that commodity, which were earlier out from that purchasing activity. Those consumers were out from purchasing activity earlier. But when price is less, they can afford. So new consumers join into that line. And here you will find a higher value of consumer surplus. So indirectly, this represents a societal welfare. Means lower the price of a commodity, societal welfare will be more and more, because many more people are in a position to afford and they are purchasing it. But earlier they were deprived in other way, you can say, because of higher price. You can say. In welfare economics, we discuss even those aspects also. But right now, anyway, I'm restricting. But this is an important concept. In later part, you will find it. It is important, and you will find it more and more. Okay, this is one aspects. Another is now I'm coming to your long run situation. Long run situation. Time period is long, suppose. Okay. Now, suppose time period is long. Suppose time period is long and suppose in long run, sorry, anyway, let it be long run situation. Now, in long run, as I already said, your quantity demanded may be a function of so many other factors. One is obviously price. Price of the commodity is even there. You are talking about long run. Okay. Indirectly, I am discussing the determinants of demand. Determinants of demand means these are the factors in long run, suppose. In short run, what happened? Determinant of demand was only price. In short run, determinant of demand was only price. Price is the determining factor. Price was determining the demand because in short run, ultimately, you are considering a relationship of Q is a function of price. It may be linear, it may be non-linear, whatever it is. Price was the independent variable, independent factor. Price influence your quantity demanded. Okay. That was the only determining factor. But in long run, as I say, time period is long. Suppose you are considering a time period of say 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Then what will happen? Then price is not the only determinant. Price will be a determinant, but along with price, there will be other determinants which may influence your demand for a particular commodity, Q. Q may be QX or demand for X may be influenced by some other factor also. What are the other factor? Quickly, if you can tell me. How? That will not that be reflected in your, will not that be reflected by price? If onion production is not good, suppose. I understand. Onion production is not good. So ultimately, supply is less or quantity supplied into that market, which I am yet to discuss, is less. Ultimately, that will be reflected in your price. So price already covered that one to some extent.
Sir, income factors.
Amount of no, you are jumping into this one. You should analyze it from consumer's point of view. I am going to market. So why should I know how much quantity that shopkeeper or maybe your retailer or maybe your wholesaler is having? I went to market to purchase something. I have this much money. If I can afford, I will purchase. If I cannot afford, I will not purchase. Or if I partially afford, I can purchase less quantity. If I feel personally that your price is, I feel it is high, suppose. So in normal situation, I would have purchased say maybe 5 kg of onion, hypothetical. It may be onion, it may be XYZ. But as price, I feel personally that for me price is more. So instead of 5 kg, I am purchasing only half a kg of onion, something like that. So that will be reflected in your quantity demanded. So as I am discussing it, demand, and I already said, if I remember well, or if not, demand, when we discuss demand, try to analyze it from consumer's point of view. Because demand we are talking about in terms
Sir,
of
media.
consumer. Pardon?
Sir, media.
How?
So like advertisements encourage people to, means they give information of the products, and sometimes, means many times the people buy the products based on advertisements and hoardings.
I'm coming to that point. It is not very much reflective, but anyway, because you see, while I am discussing these points, one thing you should be very, very clear that make it sure that other points are not capturing it. Like many a times price is capturing many other points, then you have to avoid it, you have to restrict it. Anyway, yeah.
Government policies.
Pardon?
Government policies.
How? Because you see, remember, there are 2-3 issues. I'm going to elaborate few determinants. Now, if I ask you, discuss the determinants, you are supposed to discuss the determinants, or you have to explain it. If you are in a position to establish it, make sure that other determinants are not reflecting it. This is well and good. But if it is reflecting, you will be in trouble, I'm telling you. Anyway, so I'm again asking you after some time, think over it. Someone in between said about income. So this is obviously a point. Already you got some idea also. Income is a determinant. Income means income, consumer's income, not your seller or wholesaler's income. I'm talking about consumer's income. Okay. And already in case of Giffen Good, you got some idea. And I'm just giving you some relationship, I can say, about income and quantity demanded, suppose. In case of, I already said 2-3 things. One is normal goods and inferior goods. Normal goods are in economics. Normal goods are those goods whose demand increase along with income. And inferior goods are those goods whose demand decrease along with income. Now, first of all, if accordingly, based on your income and quantity demanded, this relationship, we usually divide these commodities or goods into different way. One is a luxury item, luxury goods, suppose. Luxury goods are those goods whose demand starts when you reach a particular level of income. Then only you can think about purchasing a luxury item, luxury goods. But again, remember, this is a relative term. It is not that for you something may be luxury, but for another person it may be a normal goods. Maybe I would not say essential goods. I may say it is not a luxury goods, maybe for another person. But in general, whatever impression we are having, that is, luxury goods are those goods whose demand increase along with increase in income. So in case of luxury goods, you will find a relationship like this kind of relationship along with income and quantity demanded, luxury goods. Okay, they are not starting from zero. It started when you reach a particular level of income. Okay, normal goods. Normal goods are okay, or essential goods. Essential goods are those goods which are essential for your survival. Based on this relationship in economics with income, we classify these goods. Essential goods are in general represents those goods which are essential for your survival, like your basic clothes, like your rice or food, basic food, which are essential. Without that good, you cannot survive. So in general, for essential goods also, you will find this kind of relationship. In general, I am talking about. These are essential goods. In general, income and quantity demanded. In general, you may find this kind of relationship. Like normal goods. In between luxury goods and essential goods, you can draw separately those diagram also. I'm using different color. In between luxury goods and essential goods, you will find that normal goods. Already I said about this is normal goods. In general, the relationship with income and quantity demanded. And already I said that normal goods are those goods whose demand increase along with income, and this is the normal goods. Then what will be the inferior good? Inferior good. Inferior goods are those goods, say, where to write? Okay, I'm writing it here. It is overlapping. You can draw separately. Inferior goods are those goods whose something like that. It may be inferior goods, maybe. Okay. Inferior goods are those goods whose demand increase along with decrease in income. If income, inferior goods are those goods whose demand decrease along with increase in income. If income increase, if your income increase, income is increasing, demand is decreasing. Okay. Now you might be, okay, I am not going to many other determinants. I will not have sufficient time, but quickly I want to discuss you here. This kind of relationship, you can get it inferior goods, suppose. Okay. UX, inferior goods, and this is your, suppose, income. Okay. This is income. And this is your inferior goods, suppose. What I say, these are the goods whose demand increase along with decrease in income, or in reverse way, its income, when income increase, demand for inferior good decrease. So it is negatively slow. But you see here, this first portion is positively slow. But the way I explain, this mostly represents a negatively sloped inferior goods. Why I draw a positively sloped curve? There, first portion of inferior good. Taking a clue from our example, you can explain it very easily. Taking a clue from our example, few minutes back I give it in the context of given good. You can explain it quickly if you like to respond. Yeah. Mm. But your answer is not complete. Your answer is not complete. My question is why it is positively slope, initial portion. Later portion I understood. You will try to substitute. Why initially it is positively slope? How will you explain? Okay, so situation is like that one. What I mean to say, or for others, what happens, suppose 15 kg is my weekly requirement. This is the limit. Initially, my income is suppose only 100 rupee, suppose. Only 100 rupee. So with that 100 rupee, I am purchasing somewhere here, might be 10 kg. I am not in a position to even meet 15 kg. That may be a situation, I'm telling you. That may be that my income is so less initially that I am not even in a position to reach that 15 kg limit. When I am not in a position to reach that 15 kg, see, I do not want to go to bed with empty stomach. Because of that, my first priority is how to reach 15 kg. I am less bothered about good quality or poor quality. And obviously, I am forgetting about good quality rice. I am only thinking about poor quality rice. That too, how to reach 15 kg. I am not in a position. Sometime I am going to bed empty stomach. Something like that situation. So when my income increase, immediately I will try to manage first. My target is 15 kg. So you reach 15 kg limit. Then you will start targeting how to replace. You will start thinking that, okay, my income is increasing. Why not I replace some of that poor quality rice with good quality rice? Is there any possibility? Because my income is increasing. And here I mention about poor quality, good quality. Not necessarily it is good quality rice. your consumption pattern may change. You may move towards more and more junk food, and your income is increasing, lifestyle is changing. You might be replacing even altogether rice by some other junk food, or maybe some other commodity, or other commodity. So ultimately your demand for rice is decreasing. This is another possibility. Okay, because of that, initially up to your 15 kg, you are getting up to 15 kg, you are getting this one. Your along with increase of income, this is also slow. But in general, when we talk about inferior goods, it is negatively slow. Relationship with income is usually negatively slow. Okay, anyway, I will discuss it sometime later about other determinants next class. And I'm saving that file first. So it is creating some problem. I'm downloading also. It's creating some problem. System is slow.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. You go on
Sir.
asking because go on asking quickly because I'm having another class.
Sir, I was telling that I mailed you regarding that on Tuesday class I missed due to some issue from, so I'm not able to see the recording in the chat. So sir, can you provide me with the recording? Then it will be helpful.
Recording I am yet to explore. I am just going on saving. I do not know actually how to do it or whether it will be possible or not. I am not making any commitment about recording. Okay, but I am for your benefit of everyone. I am just saving it right now. Okay, this is. I believe it is already downloaded. So I'm having a class. I'm stopping it here.